This is SPJ from Dropping Loads Podcast, the fine preacher of the Don Francisco Promise, and you're listening to the BS Podcast Network. Swag.
Warning, the following contains explicit content.
Welcome to the Pure BS Podcast with your host, Ben Dorst and Steven Dominguez. Sit back, grab a drink, and bullshit for a while. Take it away, boys.
Hey everybody, it's the Pure BS Podcast. I'm Ben Dorst.
Steven Dominguez. This is episode 152.
Steven.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how to transition into this.
There's no way we could possibly do it.
We did something tonight that I've been wanting to do almost since we started doing the show.
Yeah, we actually got together and we just butt fucked just for hours.
So there's a lot of shit going on in Charlotte, and yes. I texted Steven and I was like, hey man, shit's going down in Charlotte. Should we have Iota on? And he said, what the fuck are you talking about? And I said, read the news.
And I've been a little preoccupied.
Right. Steven's been playing single dad for the last 6 days.
Yeah. And single dad with the bonus round of child now has a deathly allergy that we found out the hard way.
So you said the hard way. What does that mean?
Means she ate some cashews and then had like this fucking reaction out of nowhere. She's never had an allergic reaction to anything. Marsha gives her some cashew butter and then she starts complaining that her tummy hurts and she starts like getting all fidgety and weird about it. And I'm like rubbing her back and trying to figure out what's going on. And I look on her skin, starts turning red. She starts getting all these little bumps all over the place.
Jesus.
She says her eyes start itching. She gets these big old welts under her eyes. And she just wasn't doing well. So we, fucking go to Mr. Google to try to figure it out. And it's an allergic reaction. And
did you give her a fucking EpiPen?
Yeah, I stabbed her in the chest with adrenaline. That's what Pulp Fiction taught me.
$600 EpiPen. You went and got a $600 EpiPen and you fucking shot her up.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
What? You know what I'm talking about?
There's some EpiPen thing going on right now, right? Did they just up the price of them or something?
They upped the price from $100 a piece to $600 a piece. You know how much the person that runs the company that makes EpiPens makes a year?
What, like $50,000?
$18 million.
Wow. Well, I mean, you got to get to 20 million somehow. A nice round number.
Yeah, $600 a piece to save a fucking baby's life from dying from eating a fucking cashew. Fuck you cunt. And it is a woman, by the way.
Oh,
I want everybody to know that.
All right. Well, we'll see her next Tuesday.
Cunt of the week.
It's time for the cunt of the week. Shit. No, her reaction luckily wasn't that bad. She never had a restricted airway or anything. Gave her a little bit of Benadryl, or not Benadryl, but an antihistamine, and it stopped some of the symptoms. And went to bed. And she was fine. She woke up this morning, all puffy faced, like under her eye. She looked. I mean, we'll talk about racism in a minute here, but she looks very Chinese. And it was...
She's feeling Chinese. She's feeling Chinese. I don't think so.
Good night, everybody. Yeah, so, I mean, she's fine now. We call the doctor and everything. They're like, as long as she can breathe, she's fine. And we're going to go see her tomorrow to have an allergy test and see what's going on.
When you told me that, I felt really bad because I was like, listen, asshole, don't you fucking read the news? Get off the fucking IO9 and whatever the Science Daily and read just go to Google News front page. It's the top story for the last 2 days. Charlotte is fucking burning down.
There's a fire?
No, it's riots.
Oh, but okay.
So
anyways, for this episode, because Charlotte's burning down, we are going to have a very special guest on the show.
Super special guest, P1 from old, like back in the day. Like
he's going to talk about it.
Yeah, he's an original fan of science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
He came on and became a fan of Pure BS.
Yep.
Personal friend of mine. He and I exchange horrible text messages on a regular basis.
Can you read one?
Huh?
Can you read one?
No.
Okay. That's how bad they are.
It's just between me and Iota.
Okay.
Iota Man
wow, wow, wow.
is going to be on, and Steven and I started doing the show, and we didn't start doing the show. Iota started doing the show, and his went and we couldn't figure out how to do it. So
we're cutting the intro separate because
here's Iota.
Here he is.
Yeah,
What are
man.
you watching?
You know this shit here. Talking about this whole this shit going on in Charlotte. It don't make no sense. It's like, okay, if us civilians, whatever you want to call it, we fuck up, you know what I'm saying? All types of shit gets thrown our way, you know what I'm saying? We get beat the hell up. And I'm not just talking about the whole black issue. I'm just talking about trying to keep everything in general. We get beat the hell up, thrown in jail, whatever the hell you wanna they want to do. But the moment that they fuck up, this is what pisses everybody off. The moment that they fuck up and they know that they fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Now we supposed to be calm. Now we supposed to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know a whole lot about what happened in Charlotte, but the one that happened in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
What the fuck? The dude had his hands in the air.
His car was broken down on the side of the road.
His car's broke down. And he gets dropped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you wonder why people are pissed off? Now, you can see that I'm a brother.
Wait, Steven, hold on. Steven, hold on. Iota Man is a brother.
I'm just saying, it's just like, I have seen, and I'm, we being online, and lately now that they're always throwing videos up about shit that these cops and stuff be doing during these arrests. I have seen, the police officers, how they deal with other individuals, how they deal with some white folks or whatever. These cats be having guns, knives, and they be all belligerent as all hell. Oh, stop. Don't do that. Or they'll tase them or whatever. But the moment that we jump on the scene, and whether we're doing something or we don't do something, we get blasted. So it's always, this is the reason why there's this inherent distrust for the police. Now, I'm the son. My father is a retired Massachusetts state police officer. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of respect for police officers. I don't particularly hate them, but I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I got friends in my motorcycle club and people that I deal with out around here in the area, you know what I'm saying, that are police officers. You know what I'm saying? But enough is enough. But on the flip side, I don't know if you watched last night, you kind of fuck up the message, you know what I'm saying, and your whole credibility. If y'all dumbasses out there getting caught on TV, looting and running up in the mall and stealing fucking TVs, the fuck are you stealing the TV for? You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you think it's a come up, but what the hell? You wonder why people don't sit here and take, you know what I'm saying, take seriously what we have to say or demonstrations and things like that. They always think, like Fox News is always broadcasting this. They ain't nothing but a bunch of hooligans and thugs and so on and so forth. Y'all help perpetuate that message. But this shit is gonna come to a head. It's coming to a head real quick. I mean, in the last year? What's it been like? 5, 6, or 7 different people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking. I mean, damn near almost back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Where you've got these police officers, these rogue ass cops, going out here doing this dumb shit. I mean, what is it gonna take for everybody to get dealt with in an even, you know, and even. I'm not sitting here saying, yo, people don't deserve to get their ass whooped. Hell yeah, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, brothers and others, you know what I'm saying, they be running off at the mouth or doing some, you know what I'm saying, you gotta protect yourself, but damn, you know what I'm saying, every time something happens and they bring them up on charges, like the guy up there in Maryland, you know what I'm saying, bring him up in charges. The fuck you doing that for? Because you know you're just gonna let him walk anyway.
So we haven't started the show yet, Iota.
So y'all sat there and let me ramble on and shit.
Dude, I wasn't gonna do this. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, it was too good. I don't want to interrupt. We'll drop it in the show. It's fine. It's fine. Steven had to go take care of his kid. What you're saying right now, I know it's gonna be. I'm not gonna ask you to rehash what you said once the show starts, and we're live on YouTube. People are watching on YouTube right now, so you know they're hearing your message. But I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think something really fucked up happened to Oklahoma. I don't know what happened in Charlotte. People are saying he had a gun. Some people are saying he didn't. Some people are saying he had a book. One of those things. I don't know. We don't know. You don't know. I don't know. But I feel like with the riots and everything, they're just. It's not fucking. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I saw a video on Twitter today where a dude was just walking across the parking lot and like 15 brothers jumped on him and just started beating the fuck out of him just because he was a white guy walking across the parking lot for no reason. So I don't know.
A lot of that dumb shit is trying to get stuff started. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know, I came into it on towards the ass end of it last night with what was going on out there, and it didn't seem like it was a whole lot. So you saw a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying, like you had the biker cats out there, you know what I'm saying, burning out in the middle of the street. They was out there trying to start something, you know what I'm saying. So okay, let me pick somebody, you know what I'm saying, and get this whole ruckus thing, you know what I'm saying. You got the instigators and stuff out there, which hence goes back into what I was saying a few minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? You discredit the message that you're actually trying to push out there. So, I mean, you know, black folks got to inherit distrust for the police in general. Any type of authoritative position, or anybody in a position that can potentially, you know what I'm saying, take away, you know, their freedom or harm them in a quote unquote legal fashion because of stuff that has been done to us, you know what I'm saying, 50, 60, 100 years, you know what I'm saying, from stuff that's been done in the past. So we have an inherent distrust for that. But you know what I'm saying? Don't believe the hype when people up here saying that no, police officers don't sit here. We treat everybody equal and all that. That's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know I was can recall this one time, me and my father, at the time he was still a Massachusetts police officer. I had came home from college one time, went home for the Christmas vacation, and we drove down to the Foxwoods. The Foxwoods is a casino that's in Connecticut.
I know where it's at.
It's about an hour away from me when I was living in Massachusetts. So we was driving down 95. So we saw the fucker coming down 95. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I wasn't speeding. I mean, I got my damn dad sitting in the seat beside me or whatever. So this asshole goes down the road, and we watched him in the rearview mirror make a U-turn and haul his ass all the way back down 95, and he pulls us over. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, cops do what they usually do. They throw every fucking light they got on, you know what I'm saying, on and point it at your car or whatever. And then these two idiots get out the car, and one walks up to my window, you know what I'm saying, and here's a flashlight, knocks on the window, you know what I'm saying, you know, and kind of with a little assholish tone or whatever, let me see your ID or whatever, and my father hadn't introduced himself or, said anything. He just sat there and watched or whatever. And then they went on his side and asked him for his ID, knocked on his window and asked him for his ID. So my father said, what do you need to see my ID for? He was like, and cop tried to start getting, all uppity, look, don't be asking questions. You know how it goes. So my father says, okay, you want to see my ID? And he opens up his badge and out comes opens up his wallet and his badge and all this stuff. Now they tone changed, because you see the lieutenant on there. We noticed that your son's headlight was out, and my father said, no, it's not. And then want to change the tone. Hey, I got some friends that are Massachusetts. Say, like, look, man, don't be trying to this small talk. You sitting here, being an asshole because you actually thought that we was doing something, or you thought that because at the time I had a Jedi, and you know how we do, with all the funny shit all over your car and all that stuff. So he saw that, was like, oh, let me go pull these Negroes over. They got to have something in the car. And he got more than what his bargains were. But the moral to the thing to that story is, is you don't treat everybody the same way. You don't keep everything the same way. You come at us one different way. You come at us hostile. And if you come at, just like you dealing with somebody in the street, if you come at somebody hostile, if you're not showing anybody respect, so what do you expect to get back in return? But what a lot of these police officers want to be able to sit there and, a lot of these people want to bully folks and all this other stuff and want you to respect them, but you don't want you to say nothing. They don't want you to say nothing back to them. Yes, sir. No, sir. And all this. It's this, That's what a lot of these, it's these cops that they've hired these days. Majority of them are these, I love the military. But a lot of the, that you notice that these police force, HR, they hire these ex-military folks who have had experiences that might have been the Desert Storm or any of these conflicts. But these people are coming back fucked up because they're shell-shocked. So where do they take that stuff out on? The civilians. Or you get these kids, that were bullied all through high school, now they got a badge and a gun. Here's their opportunity to get back for all these years of getting, beat up. Like they, and it's just like, wow, take a look inside. And in this damn, trying to protect, everybody protects their own, but damn, if you got a fucked up person on your squad and it's causing y'all real damage, y'all need to open up y'all mouths. If you want to get the respect, if you want to keep that respect from the people that you're supposed to serve or whatever, they gotta step up to the ball too. It can't just be us, the civilians, that always have to capitulate, always have to kowtow, to them. This power rush. These cops are judge, jury, and executioner. They have more power than judges, more power than elected officials. And they're not being equipped to be able to handle that power. They're not.
Can I, Steven, this is the Pure BS podcast. I'm endorsed.
Steven Dominguez.
And we have a special guest, Iota, man. Sweet.
He's got some stuff to say.
He does. I mean,
y'all sat here and let me go on with this rant.
Hey, dude. This is why I fucking brought you on here, though, is because if Steven and I are up here and we're talking about all the shit that's going on, it doesn't resonate. No one wants to listen to two fucking white guys talk about, what's going on in Charlotte, what's going on in Oklahoma, what's gone on in Maryland. I know they had an incident in Maryland, last year, and then the St. Louis last year, and all the other things that are going. It's really coming to a head. No one wants to. We bring zero credibility to it because we don't have it. Steven and I don't get pulled over for just going down the highway because we're African American. You know what I mean? We would never. That's never happened to me.
Me neither.
So having you on gives it a perspective that we couldn't bring to it, and that's really what I wanted. You know what I mean? So you ranting and telling, like I can when you're talking about it, you could, if you're watching the video, Stephen and I are just sitting there like, wow, like because I've said it before. I'm just like I don't get it because I don't live that life, and I appreciate you bringing that to the show because I think everybody needs to hear it. No one's hearing it. Everybody's seeing Colin Kaepernick taking a fucking knee during the national anthem. And I really kind of want to hear what you have to say about that too, once we get to it. But, that's why I wanted you to come on tonight. Cause I feel like you have I've seen you on Periscope. I've seen you on Facebook Live. and I feel like people aren't hearing you because I don't know if it's because you don't have the audience. We have a little bit of a tiny audience, but big enough that, what you're saying, people are going to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had my run-ins with. Look, I am no way, in any way, shape, or form, a saint. I have done my fair share of dirt. You know what I'm saying? My life. All praise to God that I don't have no record or anything like that. But I'm not a saint. But I tell you one thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, just as you said, you can't say you can't see life through my eyes, and I can't say the same thing for you. It is a fucked up feeling to be African American, having to deal with some of these asshole cops that be out here, knowing damn well that you haven't done anything, whether that's driving or, walking down the street, and to have to deal with these people and worry, are they going to try to trump up something, to take your freedom, from you. I mean, when I was in
give us an example. This happened to you, right? This is definitely something that one day you were walking down the street and someone just looked at you sideways and found a reason, right? This happened to you at some point?
I mean, I've had police officers, not so much walking down the street, but a lot of my encounters dealing with the police officers, of course, is always the easiest thing for them is to pull you over on some traffic violation.
Mm-hmm.
When being from Boston and coming down here to Virginia.
Wait. So you were in Boston?
Yeah, I'm originally from Boston.
That's like the whitest town in the country.
Yeah. Well, hold up.
All right.
I mean, yeah, but that depends on where you go. Like if you go into the city of Boston, hey man, it's brother, sister. Well, I'll take that back. The fucking Haitians have taken over Boston now, but you know what I'm saying? You go, but like when you go down to like where you seen like the movie The Town and The Departed and all that stuff, South Boston and East Boston. Oh shit! I wouldn't even go in that area right now because they do not take kindly to my skin type whatsoever. Whatever.
Brother, do not let the sun set on your ass in South Boston.
And if it does, keep your mouth closed and your eyes closed. Otherwise, the whites will show.
Yeah.
I think the only times like in the besides when I used to when I was in high school when I wrestled, South Boston, East Boston, Charlestown area. You know what I'm saying? The only time that they saw my black ass was when I was in ROTC and I had to march in the parades down there. After that, I got the heck out of Dodge because that's when you're dealing with the Italians and dealing with the Irish, and the Irish don't take too kindly to us whatsoever at all over there, over in that area. But coming from being down here in Virginia, going to college here in Virginia, I had to come to the realization that, you know what I'm saying, I was black and I'm from the North. And I had some I was pretty sizable, so you know what I'm saying. So I look like a huge bear to these cats. So they sit back and they look at, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, I'm instantly down here selling drugs, and me and my close friend from college, we had Jetas, you know. And of course, they were black.
What year is this? Paint us a picture. What year is this?
I started Hampton in '94. Okay. So this was, I got my Jetta in, say, about 97.
Okay.
So, and I got mines, and then my boy's parents bought him his. So we was down here, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we thinking we the shit, you know, hell, we in college, brand new cars, you know what I'm saying? So we would roll around the Hampton Roads area, not doing anything wrong, you know what I'm saying? But we would get stopped on a regular basis for them to try to search our vehicles, thinking that, okay, I've got Massachusetts plates on my car. My boy got New Jersey plates on his car. So they instantly think that we're down here selling drugs, or we're bringing drugs and guns and stuff down here. And so one day, I was following my boy, and they pulled up behind him and pulled him over and pulled him out the car. And this time, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, rolling up with the lights. They actually pulled him up, dropped him to his knees, you know what I'm saying, and then they actually arrested him. Now, I'm following him, and I watched the whole thing play out, you know what I'm saying. When I saw him get pulled over, I pulled back and hung out in the cut and just kept my eyes on everything just to make sure he was okay, you know what I'm saying. And then they brought this dude up on some charges like he was eluding the police and all this, and and it was undercover DT. It was undercover detectives. The fuck are you guys following us for? You know, so when he went to court, you know, I went up there and I you know, and went up in the court and testified. I was like, look, you know what I'm saying, Your Honor, we were just coming back from Waterside, which was just a little strip, like a little club area that a lot of college students and stuff went to here in Norfolk. We had just came back through here, and I was going over to my frat brother's house. Now, full disclosure, you know what I'm saying? I was going to my frat brothers at the time. I used to smoke weed at the time. So yeah, we was going to do some dumb shit. But at the time, we were following the laws and all this other stuff. But they trumped up all these charges, and he had to go and get a lawyer and spend all this money. And Hampton our school has this policy, you know what I'm saying? If you get arrested, they can put you out of school. So it's just a whole bunch of BS behind it. You know, it's the whole profiling thing like they do up there in New York. And that happens on a regular basis with a lot of brothers and sisters that, you know, every time a police officer roll behind you, you know what I'm saying? You can look in your rear view mirror and look, and you can sit there and see them running your tag. You know what I'm saying? Or they pull you over. Now you got to sit back here. You know what I'm saying? Well, do I have it? You actually have to run in your mind. Do I have any damn tickets that I haven't paid for? Have I missed? And you know, and some folks got to think a little bit harder who are a little bit more in the streets. Do I have any damn warrants that I have to sit back here? All on something stupid, so they can either try to meet some quota, or they're working off of some whatever type of Jedi gut feeling that they may have, or whatever, that you're up to do something, you know. But it wasn't none of the experiences have turned to what it has now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's always been police brutality and all that stuff, but a lot of this shit that's going on now, you know what I'm saying? And I've had this discussion with a few people in that work and all this other stuff. But a lot of this shit that's going on, it just seems, you know what I'm saying, since 2008 all the way up into now that asshole is running for office, and he bringing all his brown shirts and stuff in here with this rhetoric and all.
On this show, he's called the orange-faced raccoon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what we call him.
Orange-faced raccoon.
With the tiny hands.
But a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, plays a role, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of this rhetoric and stuff that's been going with that he spews, and him jacking a lot of these supremacists and these undercover racists that are in these positions of power to actually be emboldened to do a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or at the very least, he is painting so much of a fear that African Americans or people or minorities or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, are so evil and so bad that we need to fear them, that, you know what I'm saying, they're like rabid dogs. You got to put them down anytime you get an opportunity to. I mean, I can't understand how it is, you know, that we are actually entertaining this asshole to be a potential candidate in the stuff in the divisive conversation he is on America.
I think we're losing him.
Off. I'm hard to find him, so I don't.
Hold on, Iota. Wait.
Sometimes I can go on and just tell me to shut the hell up.
No. It's good. At the last little bit there, though, you started cutting out.
I'm sorry.
But it looks like the connection's kind of recovering, so I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, just give it a second.
Yeah.
Tired of being openly ridiculed for your desires of depravity? Say no more. Go to the BS Podcast Network homepage and click on the Amazon link and support them in secret. No one will ever know, except for them.
Skype doesn't know how to handle your black ass.
No. This is Trump right here. He's shutting down your fucking Skype feed, Iota. He's like, shut that motherfucker down. He's making too much sense.
I know. I had to. I was messing around with some of the camera settings on here, so I took it off of auto. I was like, well, goddamn, they had the system had to lighten this up to put my black ass on up here.
Hey, can I ask you a question, honestly, Iota? And this is, I don't have an opinion one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it's better in the 8 years since President Obama was elected than it was before? Like, what do you feel like racial tensions are better now than they were 8 years ago?
Oh, hell no. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, you can check one off in the history book. They elected the first African-American president. But there is this underlining thing in America that people are so pissed off that they actually have they allowed a African-American to be the head honcho. I mean, people are so pissed off about it. No, I don't think race relations in the past 8 years since Barack Obama has been in office, have improved at all. It just really brought out something that has had a lot of, that's gone underground.
Right.
A lot of inherent stuff has come out and become a lot more vocal since he's been in office. I mean, dealing with just the president. If you can think back, you were born around the same time I was. I was born in 1976. So
yeah, I was born in 1977. Yeah.
So if you think back, as far as you can remember all the presidents, have you seen any president handled with whether you agreed with them or disagreed with them? Have you seen any president handled with as much disrespect?
No.
And that's just dealing with the people who are in office.
I guess I want to preface that with, I would say that a lot of people, when George Bush the second, who was the president during 9/11, people really got off on calling him stupid and an alcoholic and a coke addict and everything else. I think it really started with him a little bit, and then probably transferred into President Obama, where people didn't respect the office as much. Agree with them or disagree with them.
No, you know what? But back up even more. Clinton. I mean, Clinton was a fine president, I think, and I'm saying fine as in like, you know, I didn't really follow much because I'm not that into politics, but he's the one that got in trouble for his shenanigans in the Oval Office, right?
Yeah, maybe.
And so, I mean, that I think probably started the, you know, we had him up on this pedestal before when you're looking at like the Roosevelts and like these great figureheads, and now some dude's getting a blowy. And it's like, whoa, everyone just calm down, you know? But I think that might have started with us kind of as a people going like, you know what? They are just people, and they, you know, there's something wrong with them too. And instead of looking up to them, we drag them down to our level. And, you know, nobody's perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect. But I think, you know, in some areas of public consciousness, starting with Clinton and moving on to W and Obama and whoever's going to be next, I think that's in there. It's in everyone's head that, you know, these are just people, and I can attack just people. You can't attack, you know, historical figureheads, but you can attack just people.
Iota, do you think that President Obama has been attacked more because of his race than he would have? Yeah.
Yes. Yep. I mean, you see that hell, turn on Fox News right now. Everything happened. Somebody took a shit in the toilet and didn't flush it. Obama did it.
Thanks, Obama.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everything is his fault. Even stuff they know damn well, you know, like, for example, let's tackle the financial standing. When Barack Obama took office, I mean, these are facts. This country was in the shitter financially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, what steps he took to bring this country out of that? You know, whether you say whether it was for the good, we weren't where we were in 2008. They blame stuff that took place in, you know, George Bush's era. They blame that on Barack Obama.
Yeah, I've seen.
You know, the bailouts. Barack Obama didn't start the bailouts.
Mm-mm.
Bush did.
Yep.
So, I mean, you know, everything, you know, him being, the racism attacks, you can clearly see a lot of the stuff is racially motivated. Hell, was it 2012? Was it the 2012 election? Jan Brewer, where is she? She's in what? Nevada, right?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I believe he got off the airplane and he got this lady up in his face pointing at him and putting her finger all up in his face, you know what I'm saying? Because she got a problem with him with, you know, maybe his views on immigration and all that. Hold up, short. Time out.
Arizona.
Yeah, right. You know, hold up. Now, if that was George Bush or Bill Clinton, I'm 99.9% sure that wouldn't have went down that way.
So you think that she went out there with the intent of, I'm going to bust this boy, and I'm using boy in the way that she would use boy, down, like, you know, like I'm going to bust this boy down. I'm just going to dress him out right here on national television for everybody to see.
Yeah, because it's the lack of respect. Yeah. Who the hell does this uppity nigger think he is going to come here in my damn state and tell me what the hell I'm going to do? That's what it is.
Yeah, well, Arizona is an inherently racist state as it is. Stephen, I don't know if you knew this or not, but up until recently, they didn't celebrate Martin Luther King Day.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was Arizona.
Wasn't that was Arizona?
Right.
Yeah.
You remember back in 91 PE Public Enemy's album, and they made that when I get back to Arizona, that's what that song was about. Yep. Yeah, it's Arizona. They didn't celebrate Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah. They're just like, fuck that. We're not going to celebrate it. They have the same opinion that my dad has of Martin Luther King Day in Arizona.
Oh, don't repeat that.
Do you remember that, Iota?
What was it?
There's a famous story I told on Pure BS. My old man, it was MLK Day, and we had the day off, and he says, why do you have the day off today? And I said, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And he says, kill 364 more niggers and we can take the whole year off.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's no good.
That's my old man said that shit, man.
Wow.
Like and I think we talked about this, when that happened. Like as a small child, what do you take away from that? Like that's, I can't believe that.
Well,
It's just
that
ridiculous.
in itself is the inherent problem. And black folks is guilty for the same exact thing. What it is that we teach and instill our children, even on things to think that, little jokes and stuff, that we have, that people say inside their family or people who just have pure hatred in their heart. And they, it starts with the kids, just like, in my mother and father's generation and that generation of hate, it was trained from all those years prior to that. That cycle has got to be, it has to be addressed. But then that's, you're asking people to sit back here and change their way of thinking, that's been instilled for them for generations upon generations. But it's got to start at home. It's got to start at home. It's got to start with the entry level of training, which is the mother and father's interaction with the child and how they start shaping their views on the world and all that. Everybody is going to have some type of inherent racism. I guess, what I'm saying? But be mindful that what you do or what you say or how you act at home, your little ones are going to, maybe not 100%, but they're at some way that's going to be retained and they're going to start acting and feeling that way, towards people and things and situations and so on and so forth. And dealing with the whole issue of racism, it starts at home. Racism is a learned behavior. You put a black baby and a white baby together, they'll sit there and play with each other all day. But then, once you start putting, you put a little age on them and you put in two different households and they're raised two different ways, and then that's when you start seeing racism as a learned behavior. So it's got to start at home. Race relations start at home.
So, Iota, you're a dad, right? You have 2 kids?
No, I have 3. I have 3 boys, and then I have a little daughter.
Congratulations.
So 4.
4.
You said 3. It's all right. What's it like? So let's just say, for instance, if you were in California and you and the kids all came out to the house, like my house, and we were just gonna have a barbecue. What do you think that you've done a good enough job that, like, I feel like I've done a good enough job that if you brought your children into my house, my kids would just walk up to them, they would start playing with them like normal. I do not teach color in my house. I just like, people are people. You come in, everybody's accepted it. It's all love. It's all one love. It's all family. Do you think that you've done that with your kids?
Yeah. I mean, I don't sit there and when they've heard me go off on rants, they hear me go off on rants on situations like the economy is jacked up or anything. I don't sit back there and say, oh, this, this, whatever, if a person, colored person, whatever the case may be, I don't sit there and introduce that at all, in my household. With my kids, as long as you got some video games, we good.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to talk about problems, and it's another thing to talk about problems and then start pointing fingers, and then point those fingers at, race and not at what the real problem is. What's in my family. So I'm kind of like Ben, where I was raised in an area where it's just like everyone's equal, unless just everyone's equal. If there's something wrong, it's not because they're race, it's because they're stupid or whatever, right? So my grandmother, she's really good because a lot of, you go back a couple generations, like you're talking about, it's a learned behavior and it's been taught and all this. And so she's in her 80s, and when she tells a story, she'll say, yeah, well, I was at the store the other day, and a man helped me. He was black, and he helped me with blah, 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 blah. And it was like, wait, did we need to know that he was a black guy? Was that part of the, and she was just like, oh, I just had to tell it, and I don't know. It's still in there, even though she tried to not have it be in there. She still had to stick it in there about race. I don't know.
Well, it almost goes back to the fact that, what I'm saying, like there's like a little bit of like a stereotype that, you can't believe like that was actually debunked. We weren't, and I'm not saying this about your grandmother or anything like that, but you have that stereotype, like, we always trying to steal your shit, or we always going somewhere and we stinking up your place, or some of the stereotypes and stuff that we always are looked at as the brutes and the bad apples or whatever. But then if we do something good, rather than say, okay, it's just another person doing something good, it's like, oh my fucking God, a black person actually did something good. I'll give you an example. I'm a pilot. So when I was going through flight training, have you ever seen the movie Tuskegee Airmen that came on HBO back in 92, 93?
No, I was 10.
Okay. That's a movie you should watch if you got HBO Go or something like that. So when I was going through flight training and I was doing my the last part of your flight training, you have to do a long solo to 3 different airports. So, aviation is not predominantly African American. Main reason why is because of the cost involved in getting your licenses. So, I flew from Patrick Henry Field, which is in Newport News, to Elizabeth City, to Lawrenceville, to Williamsburg, and then back to Patrick Henry. Well, when I got into Williamsburg, my instructor wasn't with me at this time because I had to complete that whole circuit by myself. And you should have saw the faces when I got out of the airplane. It was like, it was like, holy shit, black folks know how to fly planes? Because, So
who'd you steal that plane from?
Hey, brother, where'd you steal that? Hey, boy.
Where'd he steal that shit from? Damn, they stealing planes now?
Nobody's safe.
The guy's not safe from the brothers.
So to tie that into with your grandmother, it's like, it's debunking a stereotype. Yes, we do nice things. Yes, we do fly airplanes. Yes, we own vehicles and we own cars, and we all don't eat pig feet and hog maws and wear our pants hanging off our asses and stuff like that. We're normal people too. Just like, some white people are some really bad apples, and or whatever case. Every single group has its undesirables, and every single group has, normal acting folks. So when stereotypes get debunked, it's like, oh my God. So when it's almost like when she pointed that out, she was like, yeah, a nice black man did it. Like, yeah, they're not all like that. So, that's kind of where that kind of puts my mind at that. But, what you say, your grandmother's like 80 years old?
Yeah, she's 83.
Look at what she lived through.
Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff.
How do you feel about so Stephen and I will make a lot of stereotypical jokes on the show sometimes. I mean, we drop the "that's racist" bomb, or we've talked about, "Oh, Iota's late again. What are you gonna do?" Hey, that kind of shit. Like, do you get offended by that? Are you cool with it? Like,
I told y'all that before, yo. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that before. I said that shit don't. But as long as what I'm saying, like some people, I know you guys, so what I'm saying. I know where it's coming from. I know where your, what I'm saying, where your heart is. It's when you hear other people do it, you got to kind of listen to see where they're coming from, what kind of bag they're trying to bring with certain comments. When I'm talking with y'all, with you guys, what I'm saying, that's a bunch of dudes doing jokes. I talk. I don't have that doesn't bother me. You got some, you got some folks out there, what I'm saying, that want to take that code, that look, what I'm saying, try to don't say nigger and all that stuff, what I'm saying, that code to the extreme that I won't let no white folks say that. It's like, look, what I'm saying, you have to listen to what the context is. Be smart enough to listen to the context of what it is. If we're sitting here telling jokes and we're joking on each other, what I'm saying, that's okay, that's cool. But what I'm saying, if the guy is coming from being an asshole, now we got a problem. Okay, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Or if I don't know, what I'm saying, or some guy I don't know, he walks up, "Hey, what's up there, nigga? Whoa.
Hold on.
Slow that down, bro. Hold up. Then we got a problem. I don't know you. I don't know the context that you're doing that in. But, with y'all, that doesn't bother me. Shit, I throw jokes right back at you.
Did you see his Facebook reaction to Empire last night, Steven?
No, I didn't.
I had to text this motherfucker because he's watching Empire, and I hadn't watched it. Julia and I watch Empire now. If you watch Empire, it's a show about this rap label, and he's sitting there and he's filming, and I have to imagine that he rewinded it so he could just do a reaction video to it. That's what you did, didn't you motherfucker? I knew it. It was so staged. So he's holding his phone back, and he's just looking, and he's like, and it just says reaction video, and he goes. He's moving his head back and forth, and he's watching the TV. And Julie says, "Holy shit, Cookie's dead!" Because you just hear this gunshot in the background.
Spoilers.
And I texted him. I was like, "Motherfucker, is Cookie dead?"
No. What I said, and it didn't come out too clear. I said, "Bye, bitch."
So I thought Iota just spoiled the entire season of fucking Empire for me. And
I was sitting there, was twirling that in the back of my mind. Was like, I should just fuck everybody up on Facebook and be like, because it was the first 2 or 3 minutes of the show.
Yep.
The bitch just fell out the air, and landed on the car. Like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So I know folks don't, you know what I'm saying? Like my fiance, she don't sit there and watch it. Right. As a matter of fact, she actually watched it tonight because she was watching like Big Brother and some other shit that I can't get into. So I was like, when
wait, what do you mean shit you can't get into?
Like Big Brother, like she wants me to try to get into Big Brother.
Isn't one Big Brother enough?
Like I told her, I was like, okay, if you watch The Walking Dead, I'll watch Big Brother.
Okay.
She won't do that. So
yeah.
So I was. She didn't. She was like, watching that.
Don't go in that room. The whole time.
Matter of fact, on Sunday nights when The Walking Dead, I didn't say Fear the Walking Dead. I said The Walking Dead.
Okay.
When Walking Dead comes on, Fear the Walking Dead is bullshit. When The Walking Dead comes on and she hears the motherfuckers, she's out the door.
Hey, Iota, who dies on the season premiere?
I can't think of that girl's name. The one that's married to the brother, the white girl that's married to the brother, the one that got pushed down the stairs and she lost the baby by Anika.
Steven?
I don't watch the show. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All I hear is that the only white woman on this show just got killed. That's all I heard.
So you can't remember.
Should I Google it?
Yes, you should.
All right, I'm gonna Google what
Please drop off.
white bitch
White
died
bitch
in Empire. Caitlin Doubleday, is that the actress name?
I don't know.
So, Rhonda Lyon, is that it?
Is her name Rhonda? It might be.
Let's see. Caitlin Doubleday plays Rhonda Lyon, the manipulative, sometimes freaky, and always compelling wife of eldest son Andre.
Yep,
who could
that's
teach
her.
Lady Macbeth a few tricks. All right, so she's out.
She's out.
So people that are listening to this and are like, oh my
It's
God,
still
Iota
funny.
is the most militant brother I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Iota is also a giant nerd.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute.
I think we should because, Iota, you came in and we hit the ground running, brother. You were just like, let me tell you.
Y'all should have stopped me.
No. It was raw, man. It was perfect.
It's perfect. It was awesome. It was everything that I wanted. What you did in the first 55 minutes of this show is everything that I wanted you to do when you came on here. It was awesome.
Yeah, the first 3 hours of the show was awesome.
Already?
What?
We've been talking that long already?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit goes by fast, right?
Hell yeah.
We didn't even get to do our intro music or anything.
No, we
live.
didn't do nothing. We just we hit the ground running, son. It was just fucking, let's go. Iota started listening to science faction. I think originally that's where you started listening to the network, right?
Science faction. Yep.
Yeah. I like that show.
first episode that I listened to, Stephen Dev was talking about space emergencies. I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
I got something I can get into here. And then, you know what I'm saying, y'all started, every week it was something about science, Dev went into his whole, his whole thesis on all the, his science facts that he sits and read. I was like, yeah, I like this shit.
Right on.
Yeah,
Right
I got hooked from that day on. Anytime you talk about space or Star Trek, oh hell yeah! You talk about Star Trek, yeah, you got the kid right here. You got me.
Show us what you got behind you right now, because I know you set it up special. Can you just move the camera a little bit and so we can see what you got?
So, this is my Reliant.
Now, did you put that together, or is that something you bought that was?
No, I had this guy build this one for me,
Oh wow!
and this is one of my bird of praise. I got two of these.
Ooh, that does look nice.
I've got one in landing configuration, and then I got another one sitting on my desk over there in cruise mode. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We scratched his inner nerd right here, Steven.
Oh, I need to adjust this.
See? Cruise mode.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's cool.
see, he's so deep into Star Trek, Steven, he knows what the bird of prey's wings.
Hey, this is a whole hell of a lot different than this, for sure. That's cool,
See,
man. That's
the
awesome.
bird of prey got me was in Star Trek 3 with the search for Spock.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it back in your mind. At the end of that movie, when they finally went back to Vulcan after they brought Spock back off of Genesis, right?
Oh, spoilers,
And,
yeah.
And Sulu had to come in and bring it in for a manual landing,
Mm-hmm.
where they had to try to do that little ritual to try to bring Spock back. That one scene when it was coming around the mountain and they brought the wings up and then the landing gear came down. That's why I said I had to get somebody to put this together for me.
I've got
That's beautiful.
this, but this is Star Wars, so
Fucking
it didn't
throw
make
that
the cut.
I watched the episode of Next Generation where Riker goes over to the Klingons and it's like an exchange program. I don't know if you remember that episode or not.
That's Next Generation, right?
Yeah,
Well,
Next Generation.
Riker, yeah. of
Yeah.
course.
So they send Riker over, and he's the first mate on the.
Yeah. When he took first thought, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
That was a good episode. But it was the first time they've really showed the Klingons other than Worf on Next Generation, so it was really good.
They actually had Worf. Worf was on Star Trek 5. The is it the Undiscovered Country?
Yeah.
Where he had to go for the trial when they brought him for.
Yeah.
That was Worf. Well, that was supposed to be his grandfather, but they had him. That's when they introduced him, because Next Generation came out in what, 86?
Yep. 86.
Right after the Challenger disaster.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is Iota. He's in his wheelhouse right now. He's all political and Star Trek.
Stealing planes and shit.
If I was in my computer room, I have my I have these there's this little Star Trek club that every single month they send you these little miniature ships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got like a fucking 3-level étagère with all the Trek ships, all the Starfleet ship, alien ships. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, Star Trek. Hell, I love fucking Star Trek.
What was that word you used? Wait, where are all these ships in?
I have an étagère. Étagère is
what the fuck is that? I've never heard that word before.
Shelf. It's like a 3-level shelf.
Fucking shelf, you stupid fuck. Okay, shelf. Got it.
Dude, he's college educated, motherfucker. What do you want from him?
No, man. He said that. I figured it was some kind of, I don't know. I never heard that word before. You learn something new every day. It's good.
But I also, I'm in the Power Rangers.
Oh, are you excited about the new movie?
Yes and no.
I saw the images today.
I saw you talking about the new poster with the Zords and stuff out there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm into it because I want. They're making it a little bit darker and not as somewhat corny as it was when we was growing up. I have an issue when you take a lot of my old stuff and try to put a new spin on it and fuck it up. Like, give you example, Transformers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. The cartoons, fucking Transform. The only Transformers, only real Transformers the movie was the one in 1986 when Leonard Nimoy was Galvatron.
Deep cuts. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then they came out with this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go and see it with the ones that they've been out here now. But what the fuck is the Allspark? That's not what we grew up with. So I have an issue when they change a lot of our old. Okay, and they paid for it dearly. Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Look what they did to that.
Hated. I didn't see it. Steven, you saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw it.
Steven didn't hate it. I refused to go see it because Ghostbusters to me is Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Reitman, and they're out there and they're just fucking making jokes, and Murray's just riffing on and making fun of Aykroyd, and that is Ghostbusters to me. I didn't go see the remake.
And it's so it bombed so damn bad that the movie actually is coming on DVD next week, so they can try to. It'll be, I don't know about. I take that back. Verizon Files gets it next week. And that's in an attempt for them to try to make up on, what did they lose, like 170 million?
Something like that. Yeah,
I'm looking it up right now.
They did do good. Steven?
What?
Steven?
Yes?
Are you there?
I'm here. What the fuck? I said I was going to look it up.
Look up. Oh, the money that they lost?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? Google it, motherfucker.
It's fucking loading.
It bombed so bad that, you remember that when all that shit was coming out about Ghostbusters, they were supposed to be doing a male version that was supposed to come out next year. They canceled it. The only thing that they're coming out with, which again, they're fucking it up again, this Ghostbusters Ecto Force. Just bring out the real Ghostbusters that you did back in the 80s. Come on.
Yeah. Or do something. Why even do another Ghostbusters? Fucking do something else. You can't just fucking wheel out Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd's a crazy motherfucker, by the way. But at this point,
he's nuts. He's a crazy fucker.
Loving crazy motherfucker. So,
well, he wanted to do another one, and Bill Murray never. The last Ghostbusters movie there was the Xbox 360, the Ghostbusters the game. That was actually the script of Ghostbusters. You know,
I played
Bill
that on my
Murray
PC.
didn't want to have anything else to do with Ghostbusters. They damn near almost had to sue his ass just to do the two little roles that he had in the movie. But I can't understand, why would you hire this pantyweights Paul Feig, who hates men, to direct this show? Every freaking dude in that movie was an idiot. But all the females on there were, and I'm not, going on I'm not doing this whole feminism thing or whatever the case may be. That you can clearly see that this dude does not like men. Because everybody from Thor, what's his name? Chris Hemsworth?
Yep. Chris Hemsworth. Yep.
Everybody from old boy from Oz, not Oz, the Wire. Did you guys ever watch The Wire?
No, but I know that.
Omar coming. Yeah.
I forgot
Omar. I forgot what his real name is.
They were all idiots. But the females were the straight characters, even the normal ones that were, sprinkled throughout, the extras and stuff they had on it. And then anytime that they wanted to introduce the characters, some of the old school, which Paul Feig said he didn't want to have anything to do with the old Ghostbusters, they stopped the fucking movie just to introduce something old. Egon's statue, it stops.
Yep.
Bill Murray, the movie stops. Dan Aykroyd, the movie stops.
Sigourney Weaver.
It's just Sigourney Weaver. They brought her out at the very end when the credits rolled.
And the actress that played Janine, she was in there too.
Oh yeah. But every time they brought something out from the old movie, they stopped it.
Yeah. They're like, hey, look what we did. We found them. They're not dead yet. Except for one of them. Yeah. It looks like to break even, it would have needed to make about $400 million. And this article that I'm looking at says it's made about $130 million.
Oh, so it lost $270 million.
And that $400 million includes like DVD sales and all that kind of stuff. So like to totally break even, $400 million.
It got crushed.
Yeah, it did not do well.
Shitty movie.
I mean, but that's the thing though. It wasn't a shitty movie, but it was a shitty Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put it that way.
It reminded me of that, and I didn't see the movie, but it reminded me of that that bullshit Eddie Murphy. It even used the same damn graphics that Eddie Murphy made for Disney.
Oh, Haunted Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yeah, I never saw it either. Didn't look interesting to me. They tried to capitalize on the Pirates of the Caribbean success. Like, let's turn more rides into movies.
Iota.
Mm-hmm.
This is the point where we plug. Can you plug some shit?
Y'all want some? Let's see. How can I ain't never did this shit before, so let me.
You've been doing great so far. All you gotta do is talk.
Dude, I can't. You need a podcast. I would fucking listen to it.
Yeah.
When I first had contacted y'all, I have every intention on doing one. I was supposed to do one with my frat brother, and you know how we do it sometimes. Yeah, we say we're gonna do something, and 10 years down the road, it finally fucking happens. I couldn't get him off the couch to sit here and help him. I think I made one, and that shit just didn't sound right, so I didn't put it on there. But hell, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I would love to do it,
brother. If you ever want to do a podcast, you know how to get a hold of me. I'll do a show with you.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Now plug your shit. This is how you learn. What's your handle on Periscope?
Twitter handle.
My Iota Man.
Okay, at Iota Man.
No, it's
I
longer
don't
than
use
that, right?
Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
you do.
No, I don't. Only time you see me up there is me responding to you.
Yeah, okay, so think of it this way. If people who've listened to this want to get a hold of you, they want to talk to you somehow, and you don't want to give them your personal shit, like your email address, you say...
You can reach... anybody want to reach me by email is blacktrekkie@gmail.com. I keep everything Star Trek or fraternity related.
There you go.
So blacktrekkie@gmail.com.
Notice how it wasn't Black Trekkie 5625 because there's only one, and it's you, sir.
No, only one.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
What's his Twitter handle, Steven?
I think it's at Iota Man.
Iota Man 1701.
Yep.
What's the 1701, Ben?
Yeah,
I
Ben.
have no idea.
Steve?
That's the Enterprise. NCC-1701. What up? Science faction in the house.
If you want to find me on Twitter, it's at BDoors. If you want to find this show, it's at Pure BS Podcast. Go to the BSPodcastNetwork.com, Iota, and listen to all the great shows on there. You can also click on the Amazon link, and you can buy all your shit through there. All those models that you build, you can buy that shit through Amazon. Hook a brother up, buy your shit through there.
We also have a shirt shop.
We do. Show it.
Yeah, show it, Iota. So if anyone's
look at that big
stand
ass
up a little
shirt.
bit. That's fly the flag. There it is. Fuck yeah. Spreadshirt.com or bspodcastnetwork.spreadshirt.com. You can get a shirt just like that if you're watching on YouTube. Get a shirt just like that and show all your friends how fucking cool you are.
Yeah,
I got my shirt for dancing.
Yeah, you did.
It's
Spice
greatest
Girls.
YouTube video we will ever do. You can also be a patron. Iota's a patron. You can go to the patreon.com/BS Podcast Network and you can give us $1 to listen to all the bonus shows on there. And we do the same shit, but we do it twice a month now. Steven, how can they get at you?
You can find me on Twitter at SteveZero. Good luck with that. You can go to my website, StevenDominguez.com, read some of my writing shenanigans. You can hear me on the Science Faction podcast I do with my side bitch, Devin Kraft. We talk about science and science fiction every week. Science for half the show, science fiction for the other half. And Black Trekkies love us. That's what I've heard. That's just the truth. I don't know why you guys are laughing. That's just fact.
Iota.
Yo.
Thank you. This was something that we kind of threw together. I was driving home and I was thinking about what we were going to talk about tonight. And I was like, dude, we need to talk. I'm thinking we need to talk about Charlotte. And so I texted Steven and I said, hey, what about we should have Iota on tonight? And he says, okay, cool. Why? And I said, well, Charlotte's fucking burning. And he said, what's going on? And I was like, Jesus Christ, go to the news. He said, I have a kid. I can't go to the news.
No, what I said was I found out the hard way that my daughter has a allergy to cashews.
Yes.
She's been a little under the weather lately. It's no good.
No,
but
thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, man, y'all know I've been down for the cause, yo, for going on well over a year. I love all your shows. I appreciate the opportunity coming up here. Anytime you need an angry black man to come up, man, please hit me up.
We got you on speed dial under Angry Black Man.
Yeah, I'm furiously changing your name on my iPhone to Angry Black Man.
ABM.
Until next time, I'm Ben Dorsch.
Steven Dominguez.
And Iota Man.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I just got a tweet out. Just went out that said that we were live.
I guess we're fucking live then.
Live. Don't say anything terrible, Steven.
Fuck.
I'm drinking beer.
Do it. Thought you didn't drink during the shows. What happened?
I decided to do it tonight.
You get
I
nervous?
can't drink tomorrow.
You get nervous because of Black Man?
Thank you for that, Stephen and Ben.